Hey, this is Nat, and we're off our couch in Fort Lauderdale, Florida again. There's a lot to do in this popular and sunny city in South Florida, and we'll still be getting around Fort Lauderdale in the next video with lots more to do and see, so be sure to subscribe. Currently, we're here exploring the Riverwalk in Fort Lauderdale, and we're excited to see that a free water trolley service is available. So at no charge, the water trolley will take you to 8 different locations on the Riverwalk as it travels the New River. The water trolley arrives at each stop every 20 to 30 minutes. It's really cool that I came to Fort Lauderdale to experience the waterways, and now we're enjoying a free trip on the New River. Fort Lauderdale, as I stated in the prior video when we were on our tour of Millionaire's Row, is known as the Venice of America, with over 300 miles of navigable waterways. We plan to walk the Riverwalk, but we're excited that we get another chance to be back on the water. The link to the video of our tour of Millionaire's Row on the waterways with intimate waterway tours is in the description box. So the Riverwalk has several galleries, museums, and restaurants, and it's so relaxing and interesting to see all that's offered while we ride on the water trolley. And we're going to get off at a historic section of Fort Lauderdale. We're in Old Fort Lauderdale Village, the first residential neighborhood in Fort Lauderdale. Established in 1905 with the construction of the New River Inn, the Philemon Bryan House, and the Tom and Reed Bryan houses. We had the pleasure of talking to Ms. Earhart, who conducts many of the tours here at the Fort Lauderdale History Center, formerly Broward County's oldest hotel, the New River Inn. Although we did not arrive in time to take one of the tours, Ms. Earhart is gracious enough to give us a brief overview of some of what guests will discover while touring the museum. During the tour, there's the opportunity to learn about the innkeeper, Philemon Bryan, and his family, famous residents, the nautical ties to the area, and Ms. Earhart is also telling us about the 1899 Schoolhouse Museum and Broward County's first teacher, Miss Ivy Cromartie. You can tour these historic museums daily at 1, 2, and 3 o'clock. I had no idea this was here and how historical this area is. When we do plan a future trip to Fort Lauderdale, we'd enjoy an opportunity to tour these museums, as well as the Stranahan House Museum, which is about a mile away and is the oldest surviving structure in Fort Lauderdale and the former home of Fort Lauderdale's founding father, Frank Stranahan, and his wife, Ivy Cromartie Stranahan, the area's first school teacher. What my son is really enjoying about this area, and the rest of us also for that matter, is the wildlife. There are these small lizards with curly tails darting out from all over, and there's this huge crab that my son spotted in this hole. It's hard to see, but I don't want to disturb the crab with my camera, but it is definitely huge. Directly across the water is Pirates Republic, a pirate-themed seafood restaurant that we've been really wanting to try. As we continue to walk further down, there's a huge Fort Lauderdale chair just like we saw on Fort Lauderdale Beach. But there's no rush or crowds for a picture. It's actually really quiet on the Riverwalk. There are people walking, but no hustle and bustle. It's just a really laid back and beautiful walk. We're walking down to Esplanade Park, which has another water trolley stop. This open space has everything that makes a space beautiful and enticing to the public. Water views, a fountain, and art like this statue, which is a tribute to the U.S. Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and United States Flag Merchant Marines. Right across the way is the Museum of Discovery and Science. The museum has more than 300 interactive exhibits, as well as a different traveling exhibit 3 times per year. Also, the museum allows you to get up close to animal life, so we'll definitely need to check that out one day. It sounds like a lot of fun. In the meanwhile, we're still getting a chance to get close to animal life because there are iguanas at the Riverwalk. Huge iguanas everywhere. We're spotting some in the trees, and this iguana is just sitting out, easy to see. Seeing all these large iguanas out reminds me of when we landed in San Juan, Puerto Rico at the airport. They were all over the place there, and the forts too, actually. Now it is not quiet when the iguanas scamper up the tree. It's actually kind of creepy when you hear it behind you or beside you. We've been walking for a bit and worked up an appetite, and we did see some interesting food while looking for parking. So I believe we're in the Riverfront area, and our first stop is Las Olas Pizza Company, an eatery serving New York-style pizza, pasta, paninis, and other items. And although we're here after the lunch rush, there's a good variety and still plenty to choose from. We have garlic knots and pizza for the kids. We actually have enough garlic knots for us all, and I got to sneak in a couple of bites of pizza. The slices are huge, so my daughter doesn't mind sharing, it's no problem. Everything is hot and tasty, and the service is outstanding here. We can choose to eat inside or outside, and it's a lovely day, so we're outside enjoying some sunshine with our delicious meal. So London and I saved some room because we also want to try bodega. We couldn't help but notice the Airstream in the window, and apparently they offer some seriously cold margaritas, which is great because it is hot outside. So we're going to grab a couple margaritas, and London is getting a carnitas taco, and I have an al pastor taco. These small tasty tacos are perfect when you need to grab a bite and get going, which is what we're going to do. We're finishing off our tacos and taking our cold, fruity, delicious margaritas to go and heading back to the Riverwalk. On our way, we can't help but to stop and stare in awe at this gorgeous towering work of art near Society Las Olas apartments. This is Thrive by artist Daniel Popper. It's over 26 feet tall, eye-catching, and just amazing. This artist's work is all over the world. I just saw a similar statue from this artist on Instagram that's located in Tulum, Mexico. We feel really grateful to be able to experience a work as awe-inspiring as this so close to home. So now we are back on the Riverwalk, and this is a monument that pays tribute to the nearly 3,000 lives lost on 9/11, September 11, 2001. This monument contains a section of the path rail, which was retrieved from the wreckage of the subway station located below the World Trade Center. This is a 2.5-mile walk, so in addition to the art, museums, Fort Lauderdale chair, and restaurants we've already seen, we're also passing a 10-unit exercise station, which is part of Bouvier Park. There is most definitely plenty of resources to stay active in this city. We also see a colorful large xylophone, a nice break from the walk, and something spontaneous for the kids and adults to do too. Coming up is a beautiful fountain. From what I've read, is interactive. That's here in Huizenga Plaza. There currently isn't any light or music, but I still find it nice to look at. From the ramp, we can look down at the Riverwalk and the new river, and we can see the water trolley and cruising tikis from here. A cruising tikis is another service that offers waterway tours on a tiki, as you can see. I really want to do that on this trip, but there's really not a lot of room for a 4-year-old to roam, so I guess that's not for us now, maybe in a few more years. This is where we actually started on the Riverwalk at the Downtowner, a restaurant serving seafood, sandwiches, burgers, and other fare with views of the new river. And there's a subway tour coming through now. That's another great way to see Fort Lauderdale. The tour takes you all over the city, and they're actually coming our way. So we're going to scoot over to the side as they come through and end our tour of the Riverwalk. It was interesting, fun, educational, and a great way to enjoy the scenery of the Riverwalk and New River while getting some exercise and fresh air. One last video in Fort Lauderdale coming up. We'll be in a few enticing spots for lunch, dinner, and dessert. Then after that, we will be in Destin, Florida. So looking forward to that. It's been a year since our last trip. So be sure to subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. Thank you again for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Most importantly, thanks for getting off the couch with us again. We truly appreciate the support. Until next time, click on the video to see another one of our experiences. Thanks for watching.